The Salvation Army started the Kettle program in 1891. It was because Captain Joseph McPhee saw a need in the community that he was living in San Francisco of people that were hungry. But he didn't have money to feed them, he didn't have money to cook a meal for them, and so he had taken a pot and went out into the street and he began to collect money, and people began to put their coins and their dollars in. He raised enough money that year to feed the families that were in need that Christmas season.
For years, we always had bell ringers on College Avenue. And suddenly, for a long time, there wasn't. And I thought we needed to have this. So it was very easy to say, hey, we got to go out and do something. The Salvation Army is the one place where you want to put your money because they don't have a big overhead and you know that the money is doing good. It's a very easy way to get people involved. I ring bells because it's the right thing to do. And you know that by doing it, you might get other people to want to ring a bell. You might financially bring in some money, but you just got to make your neighborhood aware of the Salvation Army and what they do.
20 years ago, I moved over here to Hayward to raise my children and to send them to some good schools. Being that I was the sole provider for my family, I had to seek help or resources outside the household. And that's when I learned about the Salvation Army.
The Salvation Army provided us with gifts and with food for the holidays. Being able to have a really great dinner with my family and being able to share in celebrating the holidays and celebrating Christmas was really important. I think sponsoring a family and being able to provide the children with the gifts that they may want, and then also providing the opportunity for the parents to not have to worry about it is really important. And making sure that I give back to my community who provided me with opportunities the same way.
The more you give of yourself and time, the better you feel.
So what you're doing is you're helping those closest to you. And what we don't spend during the Christmas season will actually feed families and shelter families throughout the year.
I just started to slip away from life.
I lost my job, lost my family, and I was sleeping in my car.
My son got removed from me, and I had to change everything about my life.
What I found is my life dissolving at a rapid pace. I was trying to drink and use myself to death.
I was diagnosed with severe chronic depression. I was suicidal and I was absolutely lost.
When they walk through those doors, they are individuals who are just declaring in a united voice that we have a problem and we need help.
Something in their life happened. They lost a family member, they lost their home, they lost their job. Some tragedy happened that could happen to any one of us.
Their father became abusive. I was able to pull myself out of the relationship, and it was really difficult for me to find a job to, take care of 3 boys by myself as a single mom. Enrolling my kid in Salvation Army has been a wonderful experience. I'm able to go back to school, I'm able to do what I really love doing.
I had emergency heart surgery and I was disabled. Eventually I ended up losing my job, and of course I fell behind on my bills. So I called resources and they told me that Salvation Army has a REACH program to help out with electricity. Salvation Army helped me, and I'm grateful for that.
I woke up one morning and for the first time in a couple of years, I didn't have that aching pain in my chest, and I started to feel some hope. Priscilla told me one day, she says, I'm going to give you permission to cry, Zoe. And I think I cried for the next 90 days straight. And I was happy, and all those emotions were all flowing to me. And what happened was it left room for God to come in for me.
The foundation is our spiritual program. We don't force it down their throats, but we provide through our chapels, through our Bible studies, our spiritual counseling, opportunities for them to see that Christianity gives them that hope.
Our goal and purpose is to serve the humanity that is in need, and that's increasing on a daily basis.
We're only supported by the folks in the community. The only way that we can keep going and keep doing what we do is by the support of the people.
It's lives that have changed, lives that have come through this door broken, that have been mended.
When I came here, I was sleeping in my car. When I left here, I had my own apartment again.
I got family members back in my life. Got an awesome resume now. You know, I've never had one before.
It's a blessing, man, that I got in the lobby instead of prison. It changed my life into where I see a future for myself. I see a future for my daughters and me. They all love their daddy today. I couldn't say that 11 and a half months ago.
It made me believe that there are good people out there that are willing to help you unconditionally.
They don't judge me or look at me any other way.
They accepted me at face value.
It was that void that I knew was missing.
It's been a blessing coming to the Salvation Army.